How many murders do you think one person could commit and get away with? 5? 10? 20? Try 93, confirmed by the FBI, across 20 different states, over 5 decades. An old man sits in a prison interview room. He's 79 years old, frail, dying, and he's drawing, sketch after sketch, women's faces, dozens of them. The FBI agent across from him asks, "Who are these women?" The old man smiles. "The ones I killed." The FBI thought he was lying, exaggerating, seeking attention. Then they started checking. Every single face was real. Every single woman had disappeared. And America realized something chilling. They'd been living alongside the most prolific serial killer in U.S. history for 50 years, and nobody knew. The reveal: his name is Samuel Little, and for 50 years, he murdered across America. 93 confirmed victims. The FBI believes there could be more. He strangled them, watched them die, then disappeared into the shadows. No DNA, no witnesses, no pattern anyone could see. Until 2018, when a cold case detective made one phone call, and the entire map of American cold cases had to be redrawn. The predator in the system. Samuel Little was born in 1940, grew up in Ohio, in and out of jail his entire adult life. Shoplifting, theft, assault, drug charges. He'd serve a few months, get released, and vanish again. But here's what nobody realized. Between those arrests, during those gaps in the system, Little was hunting. He targeted women society had forgotten. Sex workers, drug addicts, women living on the margins. Women whose disappearances wouldn't trigger major investigations. Women the system had already failed, and Little knew it. He'd pick them up, offer them money or drugs, drive them somewhere isolated. Then he'd punch them in the face, his signature move, stunning them before strangling them with his massive hands. He was a boxer in his youth. He knew exactly how much force to use. He called it the knockout punch. And once they were unconscious, he'd strangle them slowly, watching. For him, it wasn't about rage. It wasn't about sex. It was about the moment, the control, the look in their eyes. He'd describe it later as like getting high. Then he'd dump the bodies in remote areas, dumpsters, ravines, abandoned buildings, places where, if they were found, the deaths would look like overdoses, accidents, natural causes. Because Little had learned something crucial. If there's no murder investigation, there's no murder suspect. 50 years of hunting from 1970 to 2005, Samuel Little crisscrossed America. Florida, California, Ohio, Texas, Louisiana, Georgia, Kentucky. He'd stay in a city for weeks or months, kill 1 or 2 women, then move on. No pattern, no geographic connection, no victim profiles specific enough to link the cases. Just dead women in different states, killed years apart, by methods that didn't always look like murder. Some were found and ruled as drug overdoses. Some were found and never identified. Some were never found at all. And Little? He kept getting arrested for petty crimes, served time, got released. The system touched him dozens of times, but nobody connected him to the missing women. Nobody saw the pattern, because he'd designed his life so there wouldn't be one. The one mistake. But in 2012, Little's luck ran out. He was arrested in Kentucky on a drug charge. His DNA was taken and entered into the system, and that DNA hit a match. 3 unsolved murders. Los Angeles, 1987 and 1989. 3 women, strangled, found in dumpsters and alleys. Cold cases for decades. Suddenly, they had a suspect. Little was extradited to California, tried, convicted. 3 life sentences without parole. Case closed. Or so they thought. The confession. A Texas Ranger named James Holland heard about Little. He was investigating cold cases, missing women from the 1990s. Something about Little's timeline bothered him. So Holland drove to California. sat down across from Samuel Little in prison and asked him a simple question. Were there others? Little smiled and started talking. At first, investigators were skeptical. Serial killers lie. They exaggerate. They want attention. But then Little started drawing. He couldn't remember names, couldn't remember exact dates, but he remembered faces. Every single woman, in perfect detail. The shape of their eyes, their hairstyles, what they were wearing. He'd draw a sketch, describe where he picked her up, what year it was, how he killed her, and investigators would check. Missing persons report. Right city, right year, right description. Unsolved death. Ruled as overdose. Matches Little's description. One after another, after another. The FBI created a task force, sent Little's sketches to police departments nationwide, and families started calling, "That's my sister. That's my daughter. We thought she died of natural causes." By 2019, the number reached 60 confirmed victims, then 70, then 93. The FBI officially named Samuel Little the most prolific serial killer in American history, and he was still drawing. The psychology. What made Samuel Little different wasn't just the number, it was his memory. He remembered every victim, every detail, every moment. In interviews, he'd describe them almost lovingly. He'd close his eyes and relive the killings. He said they were his women. He drew them because, in his words, he wanted people to know they existed. The irony is sickening. He killed them because society didn't care about them. And then he remembered them when society had forgotten. Psychologists who studied Little said he exhibited extreme narcissism and psychopathy, but also something else. He wasn't driven by rage or sexual sadism like most serial killers. He was driven by the act itself, the power, the control in that final moment. He said it was like nothing else in the world. And he spent 50 years chasing that feeling. The unanswered questions. Samuel Little died in December 2020. He was 80 years old, still in prison. 93 murders confirmed by the FBI. But investigators believe the real number could be higher. Little claimed he killed over 100 women. And there are still sketches, faces he drew, that haven't been identified. Families who don't know what happened to their daughters, sisters, mothers. Cold cases in rural counties that never got proper investigations because the victims were poor, marginalized, forgotten.